The Earth-Minbari War was perhaps the most one-sided conflict in galactic history. With the enormous technological advantage the Minbari enjoyed, their human adversaries were rarely able to realistically engage their warships, leading to a series of brutal defeats for the Earth Alliance, and thousands upon thousands of lives lost. There was, however, a single victory enjoyed by Earthforce during the conflict, and though it did little to slow the pace of the enemy advance, it inflicted a powerful and unexpected blow to the Minbari warrior caste, one that would still be remembered by the Minbari Federation decades later. In April of 2247, after enduring several days of hit-and-run attacks, the EAS Lexington and its battle group, under the command of Captain Roger Stearns, were moving through the asteroid belt between Jupiter and Mars, when they detected a Minbari scout flyer, which seemed to have suffered damage in a previous engagement. In an effort to better understand the situation, the Lexington dispatched Lieutenant Ganya Ivanov, callsign Eagle 7, to approach the Minbari vessel. As Ivanov approached the target, the Lexington's executive officer, Commander John Sheridan, noted an oddity in the Minbari flyer's behaviour. Before being seemingly disabled by its damage, it had fired its forward thrusters and come to a relative halt, a strange choice for a pilot attempting to escape pursuit. Sheridan suggested to his captain that the enemy might be attempting to lure the Earthforce fleet into a precise position, but this realisation had come far too late. Using their advanced drive systems to drop out of hyperspace with extreme accuracy, a phalanx of Sharlin-class Minbari war cruisers exited hyperspace, led by the flagship of the Minbari Federation, the Drala Phi, known to the Earth Alliance as the Blackstar. Having used the scout flyer as a lure, the Minbari fleet had been able to envelop most of the Earthforce flotilla within the wake of their jump point, tearing multiple vessels apart in the powerful energy field, and allowing their forces to begin quickly eliminating the survivors. Those capital ships and fighters which survived the initial wave of energy were destroyed in short order by the Sharlin war cruisers, and Lieutenant Ivanov was killed attempting to escape as his fighter slammed into an asteroid. The EAS Lexington was crippled by weapons fire and disabled, and its battle damage was so extensive that it was presumed destroyed by the Minbari. In actuality, the ship was intact, though it had suffered catastrophic damage and lost the majority of its crew, including Captain Stearns. Assuming command of the Lexington, Commander Sheridan took stock of the situation. He knew that a distress call or transmission of any kind would be intercepted by the enemy, and that they would return. The Minbari warrior caste were renowned for leaving none alive, and would have no qualms about murdering the crew of a disabled vessel, no matter how helpless they may be. Sheridan instead decided to use his distress beacon to lure the Minbari into a trap, in the same way they had baited the Lexington and her battle group. The commander ordered that his ship's 3 remaining nuclear warheads be removed from their housings and converted into improvised mines, before delivering them to crew shuttles and EVA teams to be fixed to asteroids in the Lexington's proximity. With his trap laid, Sheridan activated his distress beacon, and in short order, the Minbari flagship Blackstar returned alone to finish off the Lexington. As the war cruiser entered the area, Sheridan ordered the firing of his ship's docking thrusters to continually shift the Lexington between large asteroids, breaking line of sight with the enemy and forcing them to move into closer range of the Earthforce ship. Once the Blackstar had re-established a lock on the Lexington, it was within range of one of the 3 warheads, and Sheridan ordered its activation. The blast scorched the war cruiser's hull and tore away several large portions of its space frame, whilst forcing the ship away from the Lexington with tremendous force. As it drifted, the vessel fell out of range of the 2nd nuclear warhead, but the 3rd device's blast radius fully encompassed the Minbari vessel, and on Sheridan's order, the warhead detonated, tearing the Blackstar apart and destroying it completely. With his victory against the Blackstar, John Sheridan became the only human commander ever to engage the Minbari in battle and emerge victorious. The warrior caste of Minbar named him the Star Killer, considering his destruction of the Drala Phi to be a despicable act of cowardice, though Earthforce maintained that the tactic was justified, given the Minbari's willingness to destroy helpless targets like the Lexington. Across his career, Sheridan would repeatedly be asked by the Minbari to apologise for the incident, in the interest of interstellar diplomacy, a request which he never obliged.